or about chapter 12 talks about the Lord's chosen place of worship. It says, "These are the statutes and the rules that you shall be careful to do in the land that the Lord your God of your fathers has given you to possess. All the days that you live on the earth, you shall surely destroy all the places or the nations whom you shall whom you shall dispossess, serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree." Basically, God's saying, when I send you into this land, I want you to destroy these people, the people who are these Canaanites, these pagans, these Satanists, pretty much, who are worshiping these demons. God's saying, when I send you into this land, I want you to destroy these people, destroy everything that they have, so that you won't fall into it. And that's why God's telling Jesus, saying, when I send you into this nation, when I send you into the land, destroy these evil, wicked people, these pagans, pretty much, who are worshiping the demons, pretty much, Satan and all that. God's saying, go in there personally and just totally destroy these people. And when you're destroying these people, I want you to also destroy everything that they have, so that you will not fall into their sin. So that's why God's saying that. You shall tear down their altars and dash in pieces their pillars and burn their Asherim with fire. You shall chop down the carved images of their gods or demons, pretty much demonic images, and destroy their name out of that place. You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way, but you shall seek the place that the Lord your God will choose out of all your tribes to put his name and make his habitation there. There you shall go, and there you shall bring your burnt offerings and your sacrifices, your tithes, and the contribution at your present, your vow offerings, your free will offerings, and the firstborn of your herd and of your flock. And there you shall eat before the Lord your God, and you shall rejoice, you and your households, and all that you undertake, in which the Lord your God has blessed you. You shall not do according to all that we are doing here today, everyone doing whatever is right in his own eyes, for you have not as yet come to the rest of into the inheritance that the Lord your God is giving you. But when you go over the Jordan and live in the land that the Lord your God is giving you to inherit, and when he gives you rest from all your enemies around, so that you live in safety, then to the place that the Lord your God will choose to make his name dwell there, there you shall bring all that I command you, your burnt offerings, your sacrifices, your tithes, and your contribution that you present, and all your finest vow offerings that you vow to the Lord. You shall rejoice for the Lord your God, you and your sons and your daughters, your male servants and your female servants, and the Levite that is within your towns, since he has no portion or inheritance with you. Take care that you do not offer your burnt offerings at any place that you see, but at the place the Lord will choose in one of your tribes, there you shall offer your burnt offerings, and there you shall do all that I am commanding you. However, you may slaughter and eat meat within any of your towns as much as you desire, according to the blessing of the Lord your God that he has given you. The unclean and clean may eat of it, as of the gazelle and as of the deer. Only you shall not eat the blood. You shall pour it out on the earth like water. You may not eat within your towns the tithes of your grain, or of your wine, or of your oil, or the firstborn of your herd, or of your flock, or any of your vow offerings that you vow, or your free will offerings, or the contribution that you present. But you shall eat them before the Lord your God in the place that the Lord your God will choose, you and your son and your daughter, your male servant and your female servant, and the Levite who is within your towns, and you shall rejoice before the Lord your God in all that you undertake. Take care that you do not neglect the Levite as long as you live in your land. When the Lord your God enlarges your territory as he has promised you, and you say, I will eat meat because you crave meat, you may eat meat whenever you desire. If the place the Lord your God will choose put his name there is too far from you, then you may kill any of your herd or your flock which the Lord has given you, as I have commanded you, and you may eat within your towns whenever you desire. Just as the gazelle or the deer is eaten, so you may eat of it. The unclean and the clean alike may eat of it. Only be sure that you do not eat the blood, for the blood is the life, and you shall not eat the life with the flesh. You shall not eat it. You shall pour it out on the earth like water. You shall not eat it, that all may go well with you and with your children after you, when you do what is right in the sight of the Lord. But the holy things that are due from you and your vow offerings you shall take, and you shall go to the place that the Lord will choose, and offer your burnt offerings, the flesh and the blood, on the altar of the Lord your God. The blood of your sacrifices shall be poured out on the altar of the Lord your God. But the flesh you may eat. Be careful to obey all these words that I command you, that it may go well with you and with your children after you forever, when you do what is good and right in the sight of the Lord your God. Warning against idolatry. Idolatry, like I said in my past videos, was basically worshiping other gods, which are really demons and all that, or basically putting something before God. It can also be an idol. When the Lord your God cuts off before you the nations of whom you go in to dispossess, and you dispossess them and dwell in their land, take care that you be not ensnared to follow them after they have been destroyed before you, and that you do not inquire about their gods or demons, saying, how do these nations serve their gods, that I also may do the same? You shall not worship the Lord your God in that way, for every abominable thing that the Lord hates they have done for their gods, for they even burn their sons and their daughters in the fire of their gods. So the Canaanites and the pagans, the Satanists, they worship these demons, and they even burnt their child, man. They burnt their kids to these demonic gods, to these demons. Pretty much, they burnt their kids. They had child sacrifices. That's just insane. But that's what these Canaanites did. So God sent Israel into this land to destroy these evil people, which God had every right to do. And God destroyed these evil people and gave the land to the Jews. Because the Canaanites, the pagans, Satanists, they were evil, man. They had their kids killed and burnt them to demons. I mean, this is just crazy, but that's what they did. Like I said, God had every right to send Israel to this land to destroy these evil, wicked people, so that God could give the land to Israel. Everything that I command you, you shall be careful to do. You shall not add to it or take from it. And that's chapter 12. But like I said, chapter 12 basically talks about the Lord's chosen place of worship and warning against idolatry. I mean, like I said, God says, when I send you into this land, take it over. Don't follow what the Canaanites did. They were very evil, wicked people. They were Satanists, pretty much pagans. They were demonic people. They worshipped demons. They had their kids killed, and they burnt their kids. And they burnt their kids to these demons. I mean, that's how evil the Canaanites were. Very demonic, evil people. And that's why God, had the Canaanites destroyed and gave the land to Israel. Because God was not going to put up with that, and that's why God gave the land to Israel. Because that's just, that's crazy. That's how evil the Canaanites were. They killed their own children. They burnt them to the demons, and God had every right to destroy them and to give the land to the Jews. Same thing. Hence why the land belongs to the Jews. I mean, not the Palestinians, we're not the Muslims, but the land does belong to the Jews. So, because God gave the land to the Jews, God did not give the land to the Muslims. So there you go. Anyway, that's chapter 12, and we'll be right back with chapter 13 in a minute.